I realized I'm fucking editing the Normand episode, and I'm like, just fucking Tide Pods right in back of him the whole time. He's done the biggest podcast in the world, and he's sitting on my couch with a bandage on his fucking hand with Tide Pods in back of him. I'm like, what am I doing?
He didn't notice that. You noticed that.
Yeah, I don't think he noticed.
So after you were editing, and you were like, this is embarrassing.
I was like, this won't be in the shot. And guess what? It was. It was very much in the shot the whole time.
Yeah.
So, and he's like, oh, are we pausing for ads or anything? And I was like, oh, you don't understand what we're doing. We're going the full hour.
For ads.
Yeah.
Right. That's what people that have reached even like a good baseline of podcasting are doing.
He was like, oh, we go for 45 because you got 15 minutes of ads. And I was like, no, we're going the full hour.
Yeah, you were like, no, the ads are the pods behind you. Yeah. They're the whole episode. Product placement. Could you imagine you start having like weird ass product placement?
Yeah, just around my apartment. I'm like, hey, Mark, actually, can you stand in the kitchen for a second? I got that Stitch Fix box in back of you. I'm going to move the camera. Also, shout out Belgian Blue Ice Cream.
What's that?
It's my buddy's ice cream company. I said I'd shout him out on here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, free ad. Belgian Blue, fantastic. They got chocolate chunk.
Uh-oh.
That might not be it. They definitely have peanut butter.
Uh-oh, here we go.
And then they got another chocolate. Apparently vanilla's too hard to make.
Okay, well, that's my favorite.
That's
like,
I know.
Right. Are you a general vanilla guy?
What are we talking about?
I thought it was really clear what we were talking about. Ice cream? I think.
Are we talking sandwiches? What are we talking about?
Are we talking dinosaurs? Bring this in a little bit. Where are you coming from? No, I love this. I love the way you...
Hard or soft? Hard or soft serve?
That's such... I was wondering what, like, maybe you were thinking. I'm like, God, that's a great fucking point.
Yeah.
Yeah, because, like, soft serve, everyone likes the mix, right? Or just a straight vanilla, too. I'll do a straight vanilla.
I usually do a straight vanilla.
Okay.
When it comes to soft serve.
Right.
You do Sprinks?
Yes, I do rainbow.
So... Nice.
I think you and I really do have a very similar palate.
We do.
Right? I guess there's some random stuff we differ on. But I'm saying more recently I've been hanging out with people and on not soft serve. What's that? Hard?
Yeah. Right?
Hard ice cream?
I wouldn't say it's hard serve. It's not like it's not a Rafael Nadal. You know?
Oh my God, a Rafael Nadal.
I don't think that's what we're doing with the.
Dude,
I might start calling hard ice cream Nadal ice cream.
Yeah, dude, that's fucking killer, dude.
Yeah.
A hard serve.
Hard serve.
If you're gonna Sampras me something,
Sampras, that's fantastic.
Right?
Hey, can I do a Sampras of the Rocky Road? Let me do a Petey.
Okay, I can go home. I honestly can go back. A Sampras of the hard serve is the greatest thing of all time.
Do it, folks.
We'll see. Dude, I just love the way that sounds. And I like the way you got to do it around people and don't even specify what you're doing.
No.
Yeah. Can I have 2 scoops Sampras of the cookies and cream?
Oh, do you mix? Do you mix flavors?
Yeah, so what I've been doing is at Van Leeuwen and with some friends, we were doing like, they were going to get flavors. And I'm like, I tell people, don't go too crazy on the flavors. You know, I don't want like a weird, like I'd rather have just a good vanilla.
Yes.
That I can work with, add to.
Yes.
Right? Then like you come back with some like cran, peanut butter, Tres Leches fudge. And I'm like, oh. Yeah.
Because then I can't do anything from this point on.
That's what I'm saying.
It's too complicated of a base.
Yes.
Okay.
So I like a general, but it was a big move for me. I felt a little I feel a little bit like a bitch going back to Do you feel that ever? Like,
I very rarely do a hard ice cream anymore.
Really?
Unless it's Belgian Blue.
Blue belt. What is it?
Belgian Blue.
Belgian Blue.
It's a type of cow.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good name.
It's good branding. It's a good site.
Yeah,
Strong site.
Where's your let me get. Is it like a spot out in Long Island or something?
No, so he's doing protein ice creams.
What?
It's ice cream. It's a little less calories than an average ice cream, but like triple the protein.
Right.
So that's what he's doing.
Does this guy?
Cute kid.
Yeah.
Straw jawline.
Really good body.
Good body, but doesn't work out.
Oh, okay. That is a bit of a contradiction.
He's got like 2 more years of this. He's really got to get this company going in 2 years, or else, because it's gonna fall. You can't. He has to work out. Those are the 2 options.
Right. He's got this mean ultimatum. You got a fork in the road.
Right. He's the opposite of an athlete. He either has to start working out at 32,
yeah, or this,
or you find a new career.
Yeah, or this has to work.
Right. Or get a new face. He's got a younger brother.
Can I say though, by the way, is something going on? You're looking really good. You're looking good. Have you?
Thank you.
Okay, I'm just like I came out. I was like, Rich is glowing a bit.
Well, one, it's because I'm sweating a good amount right now.
Yeah.
That's one factor.
Yeah.
I decided.
I don't think it's that, by the way. I think it's a mix of the cut.
It's a new cut.
I'm
doing a new cut.
I think you're proud. You're looking pretty. You're looking good. You're looking like you've been
It's a good
working.
shirt. It's a good shirt.
Good shirt. You got a nice light tan going.
I do. I got a glow about me.
You look. I'm telling you. You look like maybe you kind of came through a nice phase that you look like you popped out.
Well, when's the last time I saw you? April? Maybe in May. It was easier to get Mark Norman on this podcast than you.
That actually kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
The last 4 times you hit me up, I've just I punt like a week out because I usually have shit. And then I'm like, okay. Oops, I can't.
Well, you were sick for 3 months.
Oh, my God. I got so sick.
What happened?
I just was I was going full speed. You know?
No.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I was working overtime. I was working 60 hours a week.
Woo.
Making some good cheddar, though.
Well, of course.
Yeah.
You're a fucking lawyer.
Yeah, dude. Cleaning up.
Yeah.
Which has been nice.
Nice.
Yes.
Still don't buy a new hat, though, huh?
No. This is actually this is new, but I wear it to the gym.
That's going to do that.
So it's getting this kind of ring.
Yeah, it's not even a ring. It's like sand up top. How did you get sand on your hat?
I think it's from...
Oh, it's sweat. It's salt from the sweat.
Yes.
Gotcha. New shoes, though, I noticed. No more Jordans.
I got some new shoes for the gym.
Is this your gym
otherwise,
fit? You working on jeans?
Pretty close. Outside of the Yeenies. No, I got I actually went in and got a new shirt the other day for the gym.
You're that folks 60 hours a week, and you too could get a new shirt.
Okay, let me tell you.
Fill me in.
Yeah, it has been I've actually purchased some new things after being completely broke for all of last year.
And most of the time I've known you.
Yes.
Yes.
But I've been money adjacent. That was one of the more recent pods.
That was the last episode we had.
Yeah,
that was a fantastic clip. A great clip.
Brilliant clip. But yeah, I've gotten some new items. I got, some new kicks. I've been going to the gym, which is nice. I know you're a gym guy, though, right?
I'm a gym guy. What gym you go to?
What gym are you?
I asked you first.
I'm Knox.
Yo, 60 hours a week.
Yeah, I'm Knox, people.
You got one location? You doing all location?
One location.
Okay.
Closes on the weekends.
Wow. The Grand Central one?
Rockefeller Center.
That one closes on the weekends?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yup.
That's a nice one.
Nice.
That's is that the
nice?
That might be HQ, but I could be gay.
Is that headquarters?
I thought for some reason it was. No, what's the other one?
Maybe you're gay.
Well, what's Where do they do? Bryant Park is what I'm thinking of.
Oh, Bryant Park. That sounds pretty snazzy,
That's
too.
a good location.
Yeah.
I mean, Rockefeller Center also a good location.
Let me tell you, the Rockefeller Center is sweet. Yeah. I can't believe how... It's like a resort. They got a cafe. First of all, it's so funny. I can't stop talking about this, too, by the way.
Fill me in.
Yeah. People are like, they don't care, but... sauna.
Yeah.
Are you using the sauna? Are you a sauna?
Don't got one. I would if I had one.
Yeah. That's a game changer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you
Cafe.
Steam?
I don't steam.
You don't like that intense of a...
Yeah.
I get claustrophobic in a steam room.
Me too. The steam room feels weird. I don't know what it is about the steam room. And I know that the sauna's like the heat from the sauna, the drop like that,
right.
like 170 plus is very good for you.
Yes.
Very, very good for you. Like if you do it like 4 or 5 times a week, 15 to 20 minutes.
Of course.
Looked up the data. All cause mortality goes down like, yeah.
I mean, just data speaks for itself, folks.
Yeah.
Cold plunge?
They don't have that at mine. So I go cold shower, you know. Very nice though. Got a little shop where you can get some clothes. A salon in there.
You getting cuts there?
I don't get cuts there.
But you could.
But I could. That's right. I walk
nice.
by it. I go, this is kind of fancy. Here's the thing. It's just the vibe that's nice.
You walk in and you're more important at an Equinox.
This is what I'm saying.
Yes.
This is what I'm saying.
Doesn't matter what your background is or how much money you actually make.
That's right.
As long as you have $200 a month,
Yes.
you too could feel superior.
That's right. Feel real nice coming in. Lot of hotties around.
Yeah.
People like focused.
Oh.
You know, like you see people, there's like a lounge area where you can work in the cafe. So you got people working. You got people after goals in there. You know what I'm saying?
There's people with planners in Equinox.
Yes.
This is a New York sports club.
No. Where are you at?
Well, I got a little bit of a deal.
Yeah.
I got this deal through Gym Pass. That's the name of the app.
Oh.
I could go to any Crunch New York sports club in the whole city.
Okay.
$700 a month. I'm kidding.
Oh, okay.
$60 a month.
Oh, so so look, you're saving money.
Could I do that?
Do you like golf? Here's the thing, like when I was like, I wouldn't want to go. Part of the reason I like going is because of how I like spending time there. It's nice.
Very nice.
Yeah. I almost never went to the gym until now. I'm at this nicer gym. Like, we would not want to go to the gym.
What time you going?
6:37 at night.
That's outrageous.
I'm still on my same schedule.
You're still doing Nocturnal Law?
Oh, yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
They let
dude.
you do that?
Oh, yeah. I got my freedom over there. I'm living the dream, dude. I got to be honest. I'm getting up. I'm doing my bench. I hang out on my bench. I get up at 1 to 2
p.m.
Yeah. Have my coffee.
Okay.
Sit in the sun for an hour, half hour.
Right. You really sped past you do your bench. What does that mean?
I sit on a bench.
Same one.
Yeah.
Same part of the bench?
I have an ideal spot of the bench.
Okay.
Yeah. Because there's some crackheads around.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Different people that like to come to the bench.
Yep.
But, yeah, it's like same bench, really nice, right near a nice corner. I like a good corner.
You like to see the turn.
Yeah. I like to think of it as the mix. I like to see it kind of feels like I'm in the mix, but I'm not.
You're a spectator to the world there.
Yes.
You don't know what's coming around that bend, but you know what is coming? Something.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Trucks, different people, and I like to people watch.
Yes.
You know, do you do that at all?
I do.
Yeah.
I do. Not so much over here because I don't really like the park here, Carl Scholl's. Not a great park.
That's the name of it?
Yeah.
Carl Schultz?
It's the name of a park and an optometrist. Right over here.
Yo. Can I say it's a hoity-toity up here, huh?
You bob and weave around it, though.
Yeah, I'm wondering how you feel up here, because I'm like, man, this is fancy. It's pretty fancy up here.
I mean, compared to where you live, yes.
Yes, where I live, it's wild.
But I used to be the Fi-Dye king. I feel like this isn't fancier than Fi-Dye.
Oh, yeah.
You think?
This is like a bunch of people like, you know, there's just like a lot of people you can just tell with money. It's like older Jewish people and couples and people that are about to move to the suburbs. They're seconds from leaving for the you're almost catching them. Like they have a U-Haul on the next block.
Nothing says wealth like people on the go.
On the go, dude.
Isn't that weird? There's two ways. You're either working at Equinox or you're on the go. There's no middle.
Right. People with money are usually on the go, which is a shame. You think if you got money, you'd fucking sit down.
I think it's a parabola. It's poor people. They're sitting down.
They're right.
Right.
Okay. Either they don't have much to do.
They don't have much to do, or they did so much heroin that they can't move. So they're sitting down. But then as the parabola goes up, you're working. Then there's like people that are making a decent amount, but they're hustling.
Yeah.
Those are your salespeople.
Yeah.
Those are your lawyers. Right? But then it gets to here, your billionaires, you know, your CEOs.
And they don't know what to do again. They're like sitting
They're back to sitting down.
Yeah. They're like, oh, I got to do something new. I got to, you know, I got to go bench. I got to go work out or something. I got to go get a.
Okay.
They got to find some new goal.
Or they don't.
Yeah, they just
and I respect that when they don't.
They shouldn't, but I feel like you don't see a lot of those guys. If you get there, you sort of have a certain kind of way of. It's hard to turn that off.
Because you're a go-getter.
Yes.
Yep.
And you see those guys, and they don't really know what the hell to do because they were never unemployed or whatever.
Yeah, they're always successful. I do understand what you mean.
Yeah, they never were just like, Christ, how the hell do I fill 6 months of my life due to like forced non-workage?
You ever
which is just like, have you ever I've had conversations with people about how to do this, like, you know, like,
what, forcibly not work?
Well, just like how to do nothing. You know, I always said, listen, you know, what do you do on Saturday? And they go, oh, I don't know, you know, I read a book, and I go, do that every day.
Every day.
It's not rocket science, dude. Like, just fill it the same way, you know?
You give unemployment lessons?
I do. I've given, like, because there's people who are like, feel so bad that they're unemployed, and you're like that's your problem. Because they don't even have, like most, you talk to them, and they're like, no, I'm fine, money-wise. Like, it's not, and you're like, okay, so what's the problem? Like, I don't know what to do. And you're like, you have like a mindset issue. You have a psychological issue. You got to get over the shame of being unemployed.
No, there should be shame.
No, see, this is where people get themselves into trouble.
Well, here's my thing. Are we talking about like mutual friends of ours?
Because
they should be shamed.
I don't know.
The Taylor Yarishes,
No, I wasn't talking about. No.
Okay.
No. I was more talking about, like, there's many groups of people, like, particularly
gays.
Yeah, particularly like gays and lesbians. No, particularly like
they can't sit. I mean, they could sit, but they're a busy bunch.
The LGBT community. There's like boomers don't know what to do with themselves if they have maybe 10 minutes.
Yes.
And they're spitting off like a top into space.
Yes. Okay. I get that.
Kids just out of college.
Oh, interesting.
They're like, I don't know, you know, like I just feel like I'm not there, I'm not doing it and figuring it out yet. And you're like I feel like I'm fucking up, you know, it's over.
Right.
And you're like, you're 24, 25, you know, you got to relax. Do you come across these guys?
Not often, but I understand what you mean. I do understand what you mean now.
I don't know if I'm getting approached, but I have people that will I've had conversations with several people about this.
Are they comics?
No. One was.
Wait, how are you encountering people then? How are you encountering both boomers and kids out of college if they're not comics?
Because, dude, I'm quite an approachable guy, I guess. Over my course of my life, I get into all kinds of conversations.
Okay.
With all kinds of people.
At the bench?
Yeah, sometimes at the bench.
Okay.
I got I ended up giving some guy my phone number at the bench one time. I didn't even really want to, but he was...
So why did you?
He was just like, I felt kind of bad. Like, we had been talking for a second, and I was like... He was telling me about some woman...
What?
He had gotten pregnant.
What?
I swear to God. And then this was back like a couple states over, and he got on a Greyhound bus and came to New York. And he was telling me how he was trying to tell her, he's got to live his life. I swear to God. He's got to live his life. He's got to they're not working out. Like, she's really like quite toxic.
Okay.
She's showing me texts with this
Do you have any rapport with this person before that?
Complete stranger.
Just sat down next to you and started going.
No, so I'm kind of. He was talking about at one point. He was telling his buddy. He was like, "Listen, man, like what matters is how you feel about it, right? Like, you got to listen to how you feel."
He told his friend that.
Yeah, he was the advice giver actually to his friend who was really struggling.
That guy's real fucked. If that guy's taking advice from fucking Greyhound, he's real fucked.
That's what I was thinking. And I said, he said that bit of advice, and I just said, I go facts. I just said out loud, like...
You said out loud facts.
Yeah. I was like, facts.
How far away were they?
Like 3 or 4 feet,
Oh, close.
Yeah.
Not that crazy.
No. Like, they weren't this close. They were like a bench away. But I agreed with the advice, So I said,
Okay, yeah.
And then he was like, ba-da-da-da-da. He came over. He was like, and then he started talking, like, it kind of got racial. It was weird. He was like, I know some people, they look at it like us too, like, oh, like, they think like we can't, communicate or whatnot. And I'm like, I think he's saying because we're like black and white. It's like very.
Wait, when he was talking to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was like, I don't think like that. And I kept thinking, like, do you think like that?
But think like
what?
What?
Why are you bringing it up if you don't think like that?
Think like what?
Think
like a white guy?
Yeah, I think so. Because he was like, the way you look. He was like, the way, I don't want to say it, but, the way you look, the way I look.
Did he mean black and white, or did he mean completely disheveled coming off a Greyhound bus?
The guy didn't look.
And coffee.
Right. No, the guy didn't look that disheveled.
All right.
He was kind of like fancy, Not
what?
He was like hood fancy, you know what I'm saying? He had like nice kit. He was like looking good.
Right, clean jeans.
Yeah, he was like...
The brim was flat on his hat.
Yeah, this guy was put together. Like, he was like kind of put together. He was just... It was wild, man. And then he showed me like a picture of like a naked girl. And I was like, okay, this is just...
What situations do you get yourself into on the bench?
I get myself into all kinds of situations.
As a lawyer, do you feel it being ironic that you hang out on a bench?
What do you mean?
May I approach the bench? Your Honor, can my client sit on the bench?
Never even crossed my mind.
Yeah.
Never even crossed my mind.
Let me ask you a question about the bench.
Yeah.
Are there, you ever watch Fever Pitch with Jimmy Fallon?
Yeah, it's excellent.
Yeah, it's a great movie. Jimmy Fallon, Drew Barrymore.
Yeah.
Do you does the bench work like that with the season ticket holders? Like, you sit down, you're like, hey Mary, hey Bill, hey Stephanie.
Wow, what a great fucking parallel.
Like, are they
Just
both
true? Yeah, it is a little bit like that because they're strangers. I wouldn't say though that it's that close. Like in Fever Pitch, they seem like they're actually pretty good friends with each other.
Yes.
Like they know each other pretty well. Everyone knows everyone's name.
Yes.
There's a bit of the bench has a bit more like, I see you every day. I know, like maybe there's even like a hey.
Like a Jeep wave, like two people that drive Jeeps when they pass.
Yes. A great acknowledgement.
Yes.
And maybe not much more, but it's actually quite a beautiful exchange. I actually really like that kind of
not camaraderie.
Yeah, it is a little bit of that. Like I see the mailman steadily walk past me.
Fantastic. Through the park?
It's right on the bench is right on the outside of the park on 145th and Edgecombe. So he's walking down on his route.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's got his pulling the thing.
Yep.
You know, listening to music. I see him like pretty much every day. I see the same guy, this fancy kind of cool hip guy. He's got like kind of a Mexican looking guy. He's got like cool shoes on. He always walks by and goes and gets an espresso. Because I go to the Starbucks before.
Okay. Oh, you're a Starbucks guy.
Yeah, in this area.
You gotta.
Yeah, I like the ice. Yeah.
Okay.
What do you do?
There's a place around the corner here, Black Star Cafe.
Yeah.
I think it's Vietnamese or something weird. Very good.
It is good.
Yeah, very good. They got this spicy egg croissant sandwich I like.
Yeah.
So
Do you get
shout
what
out
kind
to
of
'em.
coffee do you get? Hot coffee?
I don't know if you know this about me.
Yeah.
I will not drink hot drinks.
Oh, that's me too.
I exclusively do
Weird.
cold
So we're the
beverages.
same- Yeah.
Yeah, so I do a cold brew. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Or if I go to Starbucks, venti cold brew, black.
Oh, so you're like fucking ripping, dude. I used to do that. I can't do that anymore.
I could see into the next galaxy after that. I do 2 scoops of pre-workout, 4:30 a.m. in the
do
morning.
not.
Swear
Are
to
you
God,
okay?
right
So
in
we're
that
the
cabinet.
complete We're like kind of the complete inverse.
Yeah.
That's kind of interesting, but maybe that's why we're somewhat similar.
We're like a black and white cookie.
Yeah.
We are the same cookie. But we do have our differences.
We do have our strong. So you're up at 4:30,
Yeah.
ripping cold brew,
Pre-workout, C4.
C4,
300 milligrams of caffeine to my dome piece.
right, and then you pump hard.
This morning, 3 sets of 3 squat, 385.
Wow.
3 sets of 3
Okay.
bench, 2
Right.
set of 3 deadlift, 415.
You know, you've always been kind of this guy. You've always kind of gone to the gym. I felt like I was sick of feeling and looking like shit, honestly.
Well, yes.
It gets you can't keep it up.
Well, I did it for 18 years.
You did.
Yeah. And I was like, all right. But it was more of an eating thing because I always played sports.
Right.
But I gotta go every day or else I go fucking insane.
Yeah. And it's nice, like, to keep up, like, the fashion element, too, because then, like, you can fit into clothes a little better. You have a little more sexuality. I think a good pump, you see the lady, you see a couple nice ladies at the gym. You know, it keeps you kind of in the mix.
It does keep you in the. You feel good.
It
I leave the
does.
gym and I'm bopping.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You know, like, I think it helps with date. I think there's a lot of stuff that, like, you just get a good. And I used to hit the gym, you know, a while back, but it just became prohibitively. Well, these are excuses, but I just I let it go. I think honestly, with some stuff with comedy, you just like no one cares about how they look, and you're just like, whatever.
That's another factor. We hang out with a lot of schlubs.
Just like, oh my god, I'm just gonna become
A schlub.
just right.
Tobin's wearing beaters now. Shows up to Stone Street last week in a fucking beater. I was like, what are you doing? And then I see him on Monday here at the strip, and he's full work attire, button-down shirt, khakis. I was like, so you have 2 speeds.
That's what I was going to say. Because that speed, too, is like kind of like, I don't really love that speed. I like the speed where I want a little bit of my own style.
Yeah.
I like to lure in a lady or two. you know?
Love it.
Like, I wasn't doing that at all. Now that you're back, are you doing that at all anymore?
I'm shucking and jiving, baby.
Okay, so because now, you get a little tan, you get a tee that does a little work. I got some boot, maybe you up your kick game, maybe you've
got a couple new pairs of kicks over there.
This is what I'm saying,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
You're feeling good, you're looking good. I got on a skincare routine.
Fill me in on that, because I got to get on. Ooh.
Game changer, Rich.
Okay, go on this. Go on this.
Okay, you pin that, though, because I'm
going to pin my idea. Go on this.
Okay, I went to Keels.
Wow.
Went in there, talked to a cute little girl who I was like, what's going on? What do I need? If you were me, what would you do?
Okay.
She goes, here's some preventative stuff, something for dark circles. I go, do I have dark circles? She goes, no, but you can.
But here you go.
Here it is. This is what you need. They're a little anti-aging.
Okay.
I was like, I have a moisturizer. She goes, here's a serum. Use it after the eye cream, after the toner, before the moisturizer. I was like, I'm going to forget. This is impossible.
Right. It's a lot of steps.
This is steps, but I was
like
Matt,
IKEA.
It is. It's like, it is that, because it's easy if you just fucking took 1 hour. You could figure it out.
A day?
No, just of your life.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? Like, where something's like just high enough of a lift, at least is how it is for me.
Okay.
That for a while you go, I'm not even touching it. But it's not rocket science.
It's easy.
It's creams.
That's all it is.
It's a bureau. Like, spend an hour, you'll figure it out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like there's a little bit of, but it's something you have to put time into.
Right.
So I got a toner. You start with a nice toner.
Okay.
Right after the shower, which is like remove some of the dirt and stuff.
I'm sure.
Right? Then you do a nice eye cream. I got an eye cream going for the crow's feet, all that stuff. Then I go serum, which I don't do all the time.
Well,
but I do a nice little serum that's
probably a little expensive.
Yeah, vitamin C. It's like $100 so everything.
Graduation song.
Yeah.
Vitamin C.
And then moisturizer.
Is that why you shaved? So that could seep into the pores?
Yeah, I was like, well, I shaved too because I was like, all right, the jawline, see the face.
Yeah, hey, how are you?
Yeah, come back to the world a little bit.
Okay.
Look sharp, right?
I like this.
It's it's a good feeling. Yeah, get the skincare going.
This is what I was going to ask you.
Yeah.
I asked Luciano, I asked Tobin.
Yeah.
What's your stance on cologne? Right? I feel the same exact way.
I think if you're going to use cologne, right?
Okay.
You better not be just masking a sort of weak scent.
Oh.
Meaning, I feel like cologne, like if you're running around working out, sitting at your desk,
right,
bopping around, I feel like you have deodorant on. You're like, you probably don't need to like smell like have a musk. You know, because like a cologne's gonna give you like a pretty strong scent.
Yes.
As opposed to like a good shower or a moisturizer, which has scent anyway. You might.
You're not wrong with that. You're not wrong.
You might smell
okay.
like eucalyptus if you have a shower at the Knox.
I was gonna say those towels.
So that's a scent all in its own, and it can be fine, right? If you're wearing a cologne and you don't smell good already, it's a waste.
Yes.
And maybe that's, everyone realizes that already. But that's something that needs to be said. You shouldn't be wearing a cologne to, like, mask not smelling good.
Yeah, right. Oh, as people would call it, and by people, I mean my father, a Puerto Rican shower.
Right.
Yes.
That's what that is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like, I feel like more people are doing that than no.
You think?
Yes.
You see these studies coming out, and they'll be like, dermatologists say only shower 2 or 3 days a week. That's a person that doesn't shower. Look it up.
Wow.
That's what they're saying.
Yeah. That's no good.
That's gross.
That's gross.
You should be showering every day.
Yeah, I would say hopefully twice a day.
You're showering twice a day?
Yeah, I
That's
think
a lot.
Well, what do you do after you work out? Once in a while, I won't shower, but
I wake up, I do the pre-workout.
Yeah.
Gym opens at 5 a.m. I'm there, babes.
And
come
then
back
you shower
here,
and then you're done?
And I should come back here, shower.
Okay. Well, I shower, go about my day, then hit the gym. So I shower after.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
But, yeah.
How about people that shower at night and don't shower in the morning? To me, that's gross.
That's a little... Yeah, that's a little...
it's a little weird.
That's a little weird. I had a cologne, too, for a little while. I had, like, last year. What do you...
I'm early in my day. You
Like,
know why?
Who are you, Andrew Tate? Like, you know what I mean? Like, that guy wears cologne. You know what I mean? You don't need a musk. I feel like you don't need a cologne unless you own a Bugatti or a Ferrari.
Oh. Yeah, I was at my buddy's place on Long Island this weekend in Long Beach. Shout out to Jack. You don't listen. But he, my shirt wasn't smelling great. I showered, but the shirt wasn't smelling great. I packed it. Maybe the bag was a little dirty. I don't know. So I was like, you have cologne? He's like, do I have cologne? I got 17 colognes here.
Yeah.
I put on some cologne. I was like, maybe I should invest in a scent.
You liked it. But you put it on to mask a scent.
I know.
See, you probably need you need an honest opinion of someone going whether or not that actually smell good. And the only honest opinion on that is a fucking woman.
I know.
Because your buddy's dumbass.
He thought it smelled really good. It did smell good.
He thought you smelled good?
It's his. It's his smell. So, like, he's like, oh, try this one. This is a great one. But,
And you had the perfect setup of when you don't want to use it. Oh, I got a stinky shirt.
At a block party.
Right, like the real move there is
it's actually this shirt.
It's what you can't wear the shirt. That's the reality.
Yeah, right.
At least for cologne, I think. I think you're better off spraying like a... Look, test it out. What do I, test it, see how you feel. I had one for a little while, and I'm going to tell you right now.
Okay.
I think most women would tell you they'd rather you just...
No one's ever said anything. In fact, people say I smell great most of the time.
Okay. So then I think you...
So I don't think I need it.
Right.
But I'm just trying to make sure I'm hitting every angle possible.
For the lady. Right.
I got the new upgrade. I'm upgrading the clothes.
I see.
I got the new haircut. I stood in the sun for 5 hours.
Right.
You know?
Right. Man, you look fantastic.
Well, thank you.
A spritz, I see. Right. Do a nut. Listen, that's a nut. Okay.
But I do think it's the least valuable of the things to improve upon.
Couldn't have said it better.
Okay.
I think it's one of those moves that's like late in the tip video. Here's your moves, to look better, feel better, guys. Like a fragrance is sort of last,
Yes.
I think there's a lot of moves, right? Teeth whitening.
Yes.
Get a couple strips. That's a nice move.
You doing the strips?
I did strips for a little while, yeah.
Okay. Work?
Yeah.
Okay.
They weren't like, like if you paid.
Of course.
And got them, but they did.
Did a job.
They did the job, Chapstick.
Ooh.
Must do.
Really?
Yes.
You do it every day?
Yeah. Keep the lips moist.
Okay.
Right?
Write this down, fellas.
Yep, fellas. No, because I've been looking at this stuff because I was like...
What does that mean?
Looking at like... like... I don't know what to call them. Self-care, grooming tips.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know?
All right. That's all I had about that. Just wanted to see what your opinion was.
Yeah. To get a scent.
Oh, you missed me this week, and I had this outfit on.
Yeah. Yeah, what were you doing?
Out in Long Beach, Long Island, little block party.
Nice.
Chica's around. Hit the bar after, get a frozen marg. Say, hey, how are you?
Right.
But
that's been going well? Yeah.
Yeah, it's been going a match with the Equinox instructor on the old Hinge.
Oh, okay.
She didn't answer, but the match is all I needed.
Yep. A nice match will boost your spirit.
Right. Right?
I think so. Good match.
But one thing I was doing this weekend,
Yeah.
and by this Saturday, had a headband on.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Little Nike soccer headband.
Right.
And a few of, like we were pre-game, and there were no chicas at the pre-game.
Right.
But the girlfriends came up to me. They go, "You doing headbands now?" I said, "I'm doing headbands." They go, "That's a pretty advanced move." I said, "I know. I'm not here to brag."
The headband is like... Were you doing it as like a were you doing it like because you're working out, or you're doing it?
Oh, because we were on the beach. My hair's going to be all over the place. So I was like, you
Right.
know what? I'll grab it.
Yeah.
I'll grab the headband.
Because you're not a hat guy.
I am a hat guy. But I was like, you know what? Let's change it up a bit.
Right.
Let this hair grow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm going to let it grow out.
Oh, it's that thin.
That's what I'm talking about. So this is what
Wow.
we're doing. This here. Come on.
Okay, I'm actually kind of into this. I didn't realize I was actually gonna.
I mean, I just did it. I'm not really.
I was gonna like
the TV here.
You know what the vibe is on this? You know what it is?
Fill me in.
It's like MLS soccer.
Exactly what we're going for.
Right.
Messi's in the league, and I got a headband.
I think that's a nice. That's the look, because the soccer guys, man, have they figured it out?
Does anyone fuck more than a soccer guy? Maybe a hockey guy. And I've got the hair. I got the hair.
Maybe a hockey guy. Here's the thing about the hockey guys. They don't make the coin.
No.
They don't make the coin, and I don't think they're in the same shape. I don't think, I'm going to say it right now. First of all, I don't like hockey, one.
Oh.
Two.
This is shocking.
Two. I don't think the hockey guys are nearly as cool.
No, hockey guys known to be the coolest.
No, the
hockey
soccer
guys? Hockey guys?
No, they're like
country artists and comedians. I would say that's the three ranking.
No way.
Yeah.
You got to kick hockey guys out of that, dude.
Nah.
NBA guys and soccer guys are way cooler than hockey guys.
No,
Hockey
you're messing
guys
up.
are like slow, and they have to skate around because they're loser. You can't. People that play hockey are just like people that like couldn't succeed at other sports.
Yeah, they're white.
Yeah, like just so how are they? I think they're too bro. A lot of the hockey guys for me, they're not worldly enough.
Interesting.
Do you see what I'm saying?
No.
You don't.
Hockey guys aren't worldly enough?
Yeah, the soccer guy is an international guy. He's
so are the
bouncing
hockey
around.
guys.
What hockey guy? What? No.
Europe. All of Europe plays hockey.
Europe plays hockey. Come on. Hockey is it's like Boston College. It barely made it past Boston College. That's like most of hockey in Yale.
No, it's not.
Boston College and Yale played each other in hockey for 100 years before anyone else even knew what hockey was.
I don't think you know your hockey history.
You don't
I don't think that's how it works.
Okay, this is ridiculous. You think hockey is an international sport?
It's not even an argument. It is an international sport.
What?
As much as soccer, no. I will agree with you.
All right. Well, at least fine. At least we're not in crazy land.
Yeah.
I'm wondering how crazy you've gone.
Headband's a little tight.
How left you've gone. Okay. Of course it's not nearly. I mean, soccer is the internet. Okay. Would you rather be Would you rather be Beckham or whoever else you want to be in the NHL?
I mean,
pick your guy. Pick
yeah,
your
you're going to go
avatar.
Beckham.
Pick your avatar.
Of course you're going to go Beckham.
Yeah, and that's why you got the headband, Rich, okay?
Ladies.
It's the clear, and there's another guy I'll throw in there that I like the most. For me, that's my actual look that I'm going for, me personally.
Sure.
Is like a guy that plays like looks like he could play a good amount of tennis on the weekends.
Pickleball?
No, like tennis.
No,
like
I know.
Yeah.
I want to see if you're into pickleball.
I hear that's the rave right now.
Yeah, it's hot. It's hot right now.
Can I tell you a little fun story?
I would
pickleball story?
Yeah, that's what we're here for. Yeah, it's fun stories.
Fun stories. This is my buddy's story, actually.
Okay.
But he goes to play pickleball in Central Park.
A little
right?
pricey.
Pricey? You got to pay?
Yeah.
I'm out.
Yeah, right.
I'm so out.
Well, there you have to pay. You know,
Right.
not every place.
You look like the guys that play pickleball.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. That wasn't a compliment. Because they all have their shirts on. Are you playing pickleball without your shirt on?
I might have.
On the
Went out to Orient, played a little pickleball with no shirt. But this was pre-headband.
This is pre-headband.
Yeah, 2 weeks ago.
Okay. Give me the invite if there's chicas involved.
Okay.
Listen, sometimes you got to team up.
Please.
Yeah.
I know. Just don't step in the kitchen. That's a little pickleball reference for those at home.
When you're cooking. Is that the analogy?
No, there's a part of the court called the kitchen.
Oh, bummer. All right.
Yeah.
So
anyway,
I'm playing. He's playing pickleball, not me. He's playing pickleball Central Park with the mom. He's playing with his mom, and I guess you play with other people. Like it's friendly pickleball. There's other people get involved. You play people. Starts playing this lady and her this mom and her daughter.
Oh,
okay, having fun, yada yada. A couple of back and forths.
Yes.
Does it make that noise?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It could.
And they're bopping. They leave them. They leave this mom and her daughter. And they're walking around the park. They bump back into the mom and the daughter. And now they're hanging out. They're having fun. They're like, I can't believe we'll see you again, yada, yada. The girl says that she's got to go meet Daniel. Daniel's calling her or something like that. And my buddy's like, Daniel. Because he's kind of scoping the girl because she,
Whoa.
Looker. Real looker. Ma. He's talking to the mom to try to get it.
He knows what he's doing.
This guy
He's
knows
a
what
professional.
This guy knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
All right. This guy's got a nice, solid game on him. He's got a loft near Washington Square Park.
All right.
Guy's got his act together. All right.
This
My buddy.
I'm blanking where you grew up.
Westport, Connecticut.
Is this a Westport?
No, it's actually a Buffalo, New York guy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Made it out.
Yup. So he's kind of like, he's talking to the mom. They end up getting massages, all of them. They get foot massages. Yeah, they end up
at the court.
No. This is now in
he didn't know him. They went from not knowing each other to getting foot massages.
Yeah, but what happened with the foot? Let me just explain a little more. Is that they actually split up and ran into each other at the foot massage place.
I mean, what are the odds?
Yeah. So that's right. So now they're like, now everyone's like the best friends ever.
It's destiny.
Right. So he's sitting there, he's getting a foot massage. He's elbowing the mom, they're having fun. Oh, da da da, and they're talking to him. Oh, let's say my buddy's name's John. Oh, John, are you single? Da da da. The mom's asking.
Happens to be.
Right. The mom's asking. He goes. He's like, it's like, yeah, she's like, maybe we can set you up with someone, right? Okay, so
that'd be nice. Wouldn't that be nice?
So my buddy goes, is your daughter
Oh my God.
single, right? Is your daughter available? And the mom goes, the mom and the daughter hear this, and they both break out laughing. Just bust out laughing, right?
Oh.
And I'm like, he's telling me this story. I'm like, oh, it's like, is that insulting? Like,
Right.
why are they laughing at you? And the daughter goes back to what she's doing. The mom goes, no, she's seeing someone. Do you know the quarterback of the Giants? My buddy's like,
Daniel Jones?
Daniel Jones? She's like, yeah, Daniel Jones.
Huh.
Yeah. So
He doesn't have a loft
who's
in
that?
Washington Square Park.
Who's that?
Daniel Jones.
No, I don't. That's my buddy does.
No, I know.
Yeah, right. No, he just signed like a $200 million, $250 million.
Right, so she's not going to be with him around much longer.
No, this is apparently a new squeeze.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It won't last.
It might not, but all I know is my buddy was saying this girl was.
I could imagine.
And now that you've heard the tale, you can imagine.
We got to play more pickleball in Central Park.
Right? I mean, of all the guys, he may be one of the peak bachelor options in Manhattan.
Really?
Well, think about it.
What's he doing? Wait, Daniel Jones is
I
your
don't
friend?
know him. No, Daniel Jones.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah.
I thought you meant your friend.
Oh, my friend is a great option too.
Yeah.
But I don't know how old Daniel Jones. He's
younger than me. He's like 26, 27.
Yeah, and he's got like 10 years of guaranteed is completely made. Even if he gets injured.
He's fine.
Yeah.
Financially.
It's either him or like the guy at like the coolest guy on the Knicks. It's like a bunch of sports guys probably at the top.
You would imagine.
Yeah.
It ain't a comic.
Do you think a comic could get into that? Maybe someone could get into that sphere?
I mean,
He
who could have been the last comic that could have been the most eligible bachelor
Dane
in
Cook.
New York?
Probably got to a point, right? Because you got to be a guy that's at least. You can't be also like a fucking schlub a dick penis.
No, you can't.
And be a bachelor. We're talking about a guy.
But Dane Cook wasn't a New York guy.
Who?
You know,
no, he wasn't.
Cook.
He wasn't. He was just a guy. Apparently, they hated him in New York. A lot of people.
I know. I heard that.
Which is crazy. But
I tried to pull it out of Norman. I got nothing.
really?
Yeah.
What kind of line of questioning is that?
No, because I'm a big. I said my Mount Rushmore comedy, and Dane Cook's on my Mount Rushmore
See,
comedy.
this is what I like about you, though, because you've said this to me before, and I always thought he was fucking fantastic. I like a guy that'll admit fucking Dane Cook was a fucking savage.
Well, he innovated the whole online distribution game. He's the Little Wayne of comedy.
Yeah.
And that's what I tried to say to Mark. I was like, oh, and by the way, I heard
yeah.
he crushed at the Cellar. He hardest guy to ever crush.
Did you make that up?
No, I have heard that.
Oh, okay. No, because I've heard he was a fucking monster.
Right.
Like down, and that's why he was pissing people off.
So I was like, what have people been saying? What did people say about the cook?
And
I
this
couldn't
was
get
on the
anything
pod?
from
Was
him.
this on the pod?
It was a little post-pod. We did a little post-pod chat. But that's how I brought it
I
up.
like that. Who's your Mount Rushmore?
Mount Rushmore, who did I say?
Cook.
Eddie Murphy.
God, you have one of the most. You have such a unique but completely objectively reasonable.
I thought I'm being very reasonable.
Those are
with my
very
Rushmore.
reasonable, but you don't hear even Eddie Murphy that much anymore. You really do. You should. But your Chappelle, your Pryor, your Rock is up there for me. If not Rock's my favorite ever.
Here's my thing.
Okay.
It's not about who's the best. It's about who's the most influential.
Oh, so influential.
Rushmore.
Interesting. Okay.
Right. So it was Cook, Eddie Murphy, Carlin, and Lenny Bruce.
Wow.
To me, those are the four most influential
Yeah.
people to do stand-up. You could throw Pryor in there instead of Carlin. I won't be opposed to that.
Right. I'm trying to think if anyone was as if I think anyone was as influential.
Because look, if you went by most talented, I would say fucking Patrice, Louis C.K.
You don't think Seinfeld is as influential as some of those guys?
No, I don't think so. Not in terms of stand-up. In comedy, yes.
Interesting.
You could say for comedy. And you could
Right.
say more Larry David than Seinfeld.
I know Larry David has proven to be,
But I'm talking pure stand-up.
yeah.
Because when I'm talking to Mark, he's a fucking autistic stand-up guy. So I try to
So-
keep it stand-up specific.
If you branch too left, it's like
Yeah, I can't go to TV. I got to stick to stand-up.
you gotta reel them back in.
Yep.
Wait, but who do you think could be like a king of New York? Who do you think could be like a real eligible bet? Maybe Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
That was a long time ago, but from what I heard, he was rolling up around the Strip, and he was in the cinema. He was already on the big screen.
Is either Murphy?
You gotta have a guy on the big. If it's gonna be me, I'd like to also have him doing the big screen as
He
well.
would need to be on the big screen.
Thank you.
1,000% needs to be on the big screen.
Right? Like, let's get some crossover if this is gonna be an absolute peak.
The only other person I could think of, or he might have been the last one because Murphy was a bit before him. Dice Clay.
Wow, Dice Clay.
He might have been the last.
Was he in Was he in movies?
No, but
He is now.
He was the first person to ever sell out Madison Square Garden 3 nights in a row.
Yeah, that's badass. He's one of my favorites because he just did the character he created was just
Fantastic. But he kind of
Yeah.
turned into the character. That's like who he is now.
yeah. That's always a danger.
So, not fantastic there, but
Or it's great. Who knows? It's something. He seems like a guy that's like kind of. Let me know when we got to be done.
no,
Yeah.
I'm checking also your vol.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
checking
yeah.
my vol too.
At least you don't have to panic about the.
No, I got the TV. Yeah. Once I figured out, because Ashley.
Oh,
brought
you're
it
just
up.
literally looking in the TV.
I look at the TV to see if it's
Okay.
still going.
I thought you were telling me that like you have an app that shows you.
No, I just see the reflection of the phone in the TV. Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, Clay seems like a guy that has had this like part of his career now. It's kind of fucking awesome. He's gotten A Star Is Born. He was great.
Right. Big comeback.
Yeah, guy can act. Like I love seeing stuff like that. You know, how do you feel about that? Yeah,
I love it. Especially he was a big pop, and then he was a fucking
Yeah.
nothing. He was in. He had a brief appearance in Entourage,
right.
and then he had the
Right.
little pop in Stars Born.
Right.
I don't know what he's doing right now. Probably not much, but he's not Sinbad.
Well, yeah. Where is?
I don't know
Sinbad?
where Sinbad is.
Yeah.
But that was a little before my time too, because I'm not like I'm really an early 2000s kid. I'm not a 90s kid. I didn't grow up in the 90s,
right,
you know?
right. I'm the 90s. Yeah, you're the two.
You
I'm
have that 90s reference.
Yes, I'm so I remember live Seinfeld.
Yeah, I
Meaning,
don't remember that.
Yeah, Thursday night, season
night.
7, 8, not like sitting down at the TV and watching Seinfeld air,
Yeah.
and then Frasier. I remember like those were the. I have a lot of 90s memories like that.
No, see, I only have early 2000s Fox 5, The Comedy Stop, Simpsons 6,
Right.
6:30, then Seinfeld 7 to 7:30.
Right.
Every
and it
night.
was already in reruns.
Already in reruns.
Right.
That's what I remember.
You know, I miss the sitcom. Yeah, this is most people's takes. I'm gonna be honest with you. I missed the laugh track.
Really?
I've been watching. Oh, so bad. I've been watching some shows where I'm like, why don't they have a laugh track on some of these comedies?
Huh.
Yeah. I was watching a show the other day. It had Seth Rogen in it and some other, like, and I was like, this should have a laugh track. Platonic or something.
Oh, not what I was thinking.
Some show, yeah.
Not the Judd Apatow show. Wait, his first
Freaks
ever
and
show.
No. That was a very famous show, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was in another show.
Yeah, he's got a new show now.
Oh, he's got a new show.
Yeah.
No.
That kid, I'll tell you, that guy's having a career, too, huh?
Who, Rogues?
Seth Rogen.
Joe Rogan. Isn't that funny? Irish guy and a Jew. Same name.
That guy's having a career, too. Joe Rogan. Seth Rogen's having a career. He's had a lot of stuff. He's got stuff go. Yeah.
He can do whatever he wants now.
In the Fablemans, he's acting. Yeah.
I don't know what the Fablemans are.
The Spielberg movie.
Sure. I have no idea.
Yeah.
We don't have time.
Are you? Yeah. Are you? What about you? Are you gonna do some?
I'd like to,
Yeah.
but I like this. I also just enjoy potting.
Potting's like one of the best things in the entire world.
I might like potting more than stand-up now.
It's hard sometimes not to, because potting is like, I was thinking the other day, it's just such a beautiful platform, because it's just something that's pretty much you've never saw before.
Right.
No one was like had enough time on any of these shows to talk to anyone.
Stern,
sure. I mean,
that's it.
That's it, though. The ideal of like basically good convos between buddies and whoever else had been in the shadows for all of history.
Right.
It's kind of a wild thing to think about. Like I was thinking about this. I was like, could you imagine like such a heyday for comics and all these podcasts and stuff where people are riffing? Could you imagine if like Robin Williams and fucking Jim Carrey had a podcast?
Insane.
What? You know, like these like guy, just like Patrice, like these guys. I guess Black Phillips is a bit of a
Yeah.
But even so, they're just not the same kind of like sit down and really talk to someone for a while.
Well, they had the late night shows, and people thought that was like, wow, that's Robin Williams, but it wasn't.
It wasn't.
Now we find out how like authentic you can be
That's right.
through your fucking phone.
Yeah, 100%. And I think a lot of people, I was just listening to an Owen Wilson interview, a lot of people, they talk about going on late night. They were so fucking nervous that they never even felt like they ever nailed it. They always did better in this or in this format or in that format. Like most of the time in that, you don't have a long enough time to like really talk to somebody about whatever the fuck you want it to be.
And you're there to plug something. They're asking, oh, how'd the movie? Oh,
Yeah.
you were in Australia? Tell me about that.
Right.
I want to talk about that. I want to talk about, do you like soft serve or hard ice cream? And what are you doing on that bench?
Yes. It's it's and those were live audiences too. Right?
They're still doing it. We're acting like it's a thing of the past. Because no one watches it anymore.
I know. I mean, I always loved late night.
It's all right.
Dude, well, I don't like the same. I'd like to be a guest.
Yes.
Wouldn't you like to be a guest?
I'd like to be a guest. But Letterman I never got. I never thought it was funny. Like, 10 things Matt Hardy says when he's getting his coffee. It's like, and it was never funny. And you're like, what?
Yeah. Venti, black, iced coffee.
It was like, can I do cappuccino?
No, but don't you... I want to go on promoting something. You know? That sounds like fun. Do a little vignette. Oh, hey, you should have seen it. There was no cream cheese at the Crafty.
That's another thing I don't like about late night.
You know, like someone was making fun of this the other day, how unbelievably fake... Oh, I think it was Tim Dillon was just destroying what late night is.
Yes.
And I was like, yeah, but it's also like, I don't know, like it's kind of a fun, Audience, it's a fun, like, audiences don't want to literally hear you talk. That's part of the issue, right?
Apparently they do.
No, they do in this format, right? But, like, if you and I were to go up on stage right now and start talking.
Right.
Like stage.
Yeah.
It would turn into a little bit more of, like, condensed, jokey, stand-up-y. You know what I'm saying? Because the audience was there.
I don't know.
You
I think it's more of a mental thing for you.
Maybe.
I would love to do a live pod.
Oh, you gotta. I did one recently.
Where?
Oh, you got a baby shower we did for my sister's bachelorette party.
That, can I be honest?
Yeah.
That legitimately sounds like the worst idea I've ever heard.
It was bananas, dude. Bananas on Miller's roof.
I don't like that.
It's out and it's kind of fantastic. To
Okay.
be quite honest with you, yeah. But it was fun, man. Yeah, in front of a group, they had a mic, they were bantering.
See, that would be fun.
That's what I'm saying.
Going to the crowd, they ask a few questions.
Oh no, they were tearing, they were ripping us apart. They were having a blast.
That, I would enjoy that.
Right. But have you seen like the Will Arnett HBO podcast that they're doing?
Oh yeah, Bateman's in it, right?
Yeah, it's kind of fun. Like, it's nice. I enjoy watching it, but it's punchier. Like, I think you naturally got to be a little punchier, I think.
Well, I think with those, it's Arnett, Bateman, and someone else.
Yeah.
They're fucking, gay theater kids.
Yeah.
Well, that's what they're doing. They're not comics.
Yeah.
They're funny. Well,
Yeah.
Bateman's funny,
Yeah.
but
Yeah, I guess that's right. Maybe like more of like a pure comedy like a stand-up, those guys, when they do a podcast, it might not be much difference if you just plopped them down.
that's what I'm saying.
It might not be much of a shift.
I've only seen Tuesdays with Mark's pod live.
Right. Did they
And
do that?
To me,
Live?
it just felt like, oh yeah, they've done it
Yeah.
a few times.
Yeah.
I thought that was great. I was
Yeah.
like, I would very much like to do this. It's more authentic to me than stand-up, and I thought stand-up was the most authentic you could be.
Well, that's another interesting thing, right? Like, it could sometimes that's a mental thing too, where it's like on stage sometimes it's harder to go there, but you should be. But that is what you'd want it to be. You'd sort of want it to be as authentic. You want it to be as authentic as the pod.
Yes.
That's what you want your stand-up. 100%. That's what you
1000%.
want. Now, it's tough. We know this because fuckers are staring at you. And you got a clock, and everyone's got to get a laugh. You know? It's a little... That's what I'm saying. There's like that pressure of some, that comes up.
Yeah, it's a mental... you just got to do it so much. It's tough to do a live pod so much.
You've been doing... But you and I now have... I've been doing...
I've been podding for 3 years now.
Yeah. I've been obsessed for, you and I both have done tons and tons of them. They're so, I could never understand any. I was like, dude, they're so much fun.
And no one wants to do them. No one wants to do them. They'll do yours, but...
What's that?
They'll do yours, but they don't want to do their own.
Yeah, and sometimes they don't even want to do yours. I just think people don't want to be seen in all their imperfections.
Oh, that's all I got, so... I have no perfections.
You know what I mean, though? Like, it's so... Like, a conversation can just be so just a conversation. Like, it doesn't... It's not curated. Like, it doesn't have to be this... Like, sometimes it's just, like, this kind of...
They want it to be a joke
messy.
a second. And
No, that's what I'm saying. They're used to a perfection, a standard of product that, like, they go to do a podcast, and they're just, like... There's like kind of a bit of self-hate. Like, why would anyone want to listen to this?
Right.
That kind of, and it's like, no, this is what they actually want.
It's insane.
It's what I want. Like, I was listening to a Rick Rubin podcast just today, this long-ass pod. They're just talking about the color of the ocean. I was having a blast.
Yep. I can't explain it. I don't know why all these gay foot fetish people watch this, but they do. I just keep racking up the subscribers.
You know what I think it is? I think it's the vibe of the hang. If you can
1,000%.
if you can give people the comfort of, like, oh, these two guys are just comfortable with each other, and they're just talking and they're having a good time. Whether or not it's so funny or whatever you talk about, maybe they're at work, maybe they're in their car, maybe they're going for a walk, maybe they just want to escape for a little bit.
Sure.
Let yourself take them away. So if they can feel like, oh, these guys, I can veg out.
Right.
Right?
You got to let the pod find the people. Or the people find the pod. Took 2.5 years for me to get any sort of traction with this.
Yeah.
I'm still not making money off of it, but we're close.
But you're slowly. That's another thing. It's tough to get people to listen to the pod without, like, you being a draw.
Right. Well, you got to make a
not
clip
that you're not a draw.
No, I understand what you mean. You're not fucking John Mulaney or someone.
Whatever. Right. And you're a comedy pod, so you're not themed necessarily.
Of course. So you just got to put out so much content.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to take 3 years to get the 700 subscribers, but I get 20 subscribers a week now.
That's really good.
It's great.
That's really good.
But it takes no one really wants to take the time to do it.
Yeah, because it is a massive undertaking.
Yeah.
I don't know why people are so, I don't know, whatever. Like, they think, like, podcasting's, like, not a thing. Do you ever, like, notice, like it's like they don't even list it of, like, things that, like, people do. And they're like, oh, yeah, it's a podcast. And it's like, dude, that guy's probably working on that, like, 30 hours, 20 hours a week, dude. Right. What are you talking about?
And they just shoo it away, but really he's got 700 subscribers on YouTube and he can sell out anywhere he wants.
Yeah, it's fucking weird.
Or they're like, oh, everyone's got a podcast now. No, they don't. Because you know why? You don't have one, you dumb bitch.
Nobody had I don't buy. Everyone has a podcast. It's not the case anymore.
Dude, man, Coach has been talking about starting a podcast for 2 years.
I think podcasts right now have gotten to the point where most people think it's the worst idea ever.
It's right.
And that's why I don't think there's anyone they feel like it's saturated.
It's not.
It can't be. It was like, when did podcasting really start? 10 years ago?
Right.
No, seriously.
You're right.
Like 2010, there weren't even that many podcasts.
There were barely any. And if we just all collaborate together, we could all rise.
I think is true, and also it's difficult because, like, if you're not a draw. Like, over time, I think that's true.
Yeah, but once you start, you got 3 subscribers, I got 6 subscribers. Right. And then you get fucking Jamie Wolf in here, and he's got 2, and it's growing.
Right.
I don't know why because I'm going to ask him to do next week. And then we all rise.
Right.
Rather than me keep having you slap dicks on, not even showing your feet, and I'm getting nothing.
Yeah, no, I'm going to get so little views.
Dude, Ashley's episode's getting no views.
I'm going to really work to see if I can bring down the views.
We'll see. That'll be interesting. Well, you're a guy, so that's automatically getting you more views.
Is it?
Yeah,
all
right. Louisa Lang and Jess Levin are like at 350 views each.
Yeah.
Juan's episode is 8,000.
What?
It makes no sense. Dylan Krause's episode's like 4.5. I can't tell you. Yeah.
Yeah, Krause spot, dude.
Bramante's like at 1,000.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's because these gay guys love the fucking feet.
The feet. Yeah.
And shout out to you. All right, where are we at? Oh, we're at 115.
Yeah. No.
We did it. Bitches.
This was
another great one.
It was like 10 minutes. It's already over.
It does feel like that.
No, it was crazy. All right.
Can't believe no one's doing ZD anymore.